Opening when healthy eating still leaves you tired. In our last episode, we explored how something as simple as food order can make a huge difference in how your gut feels, from reducing bloating to feeding the right bacteria. But here's the next question many people ask. I fixed my digestion, so why am I still tired all the time? Maybe you've been making better food choices, eating more fiber, drinking more water, cutting back on sugar, but despite all of that, you still feel sluggish after meals. You hit that mid-afternoon crash like clockwork. You start your mornings slow and end your nights wired. And the worst part? You're doing everything right, so you start to wonder, is this just how my body is now? Am I not sleeping enough? Do I need more supplements? Or more coffee? Here's a gentle truth. It's not always about what you eat or even how much you eat. It's also about when you eat and in what order throughout the day. Because the same plate of food can fuel you, or it can drain you depending on how your body processes it. A familiar feeling, the crash after clean eating. Let's paint a picture. You have a smoothie in the morning full of fruit, almond milk, some oats. It tastes great, feels refreshing, but by 10:30 a.m., your brain is foggy. You need a snack, maybe a second coffee. By lunchtime, you're starving, so you rush through a sandwich. By 3 p.m., you hit a wall. And by dinner, you're so tired that you overeat, then struggle to fall asleep. Does that sound familiar? If it does, you're not alone and you're not doing anything wrong. You're just out of rhythm with what your body needs to maintain natural, stable energy. This episode, a new way to fuel your day. In this episode, we're going to look at how eating in the right order and at the right time can help you avoid the dreaded afternoon slump. Wake up with more clarity, stay energized between meals, and sleep more soundly at night. We'll dive into the science of blood sugar and energy crash, how different food types affect your energy curve, how to build plates that power you without caffeine or sugar fixes. So if you've ever felt like food makes you more tired instead of more energized, or if you're looking for a sustainable way to feel good from morning to night, this episode is for you. Part 1, why you feel tired even when you eat well. Let's meet Brian. Brian is 39, works full-time from home, and recently decided to clean up his eating. He cut out fast food, started meal prepping with brown rice, grilled chicken, and veggies. Breakfast is a fruit smoothie with chia seeds. Lunch is usually a quinoa salad. Dinner is stir-fried vegetables with tofu or fish. Pretty healthy, right? But here's the twist. Brian is still tired all the time. He wakes up groggy. He hits a wall at 2 p.m. He gets cravings in the evening and finds himself eating more than he intended at dinner. Then he feels too full to sleep comfortably, and the cycle starts all over again. His labs are normal. His sleep is okay. He exercises regularly. So, what's going on? When healthy isn't enough, this is a story I hear all the time. Maybe you've lived it too. You're eating the right foods, but your energy still feels unpredictable. You're not crashing from junk food, you're just crashing. It's confusing, frustrating, sometimes even discouraging. But here's what most people don't realize. Energy isn't just about what you eat, it's about how your body handles what you eat. And your body doesn't respond the same way to all meals. It cares about when you eat, what you eat first, how fast blood sugar enters your bloodstream, and how your hormones respond to that food. This is where food order and timing come in, not to control you, but to support you. The hidden culprit, blood sugar swings. Let's get into some science, but keep it simple. When you eat a meal high in carbohydrates, especially if you eat the carbs first, your blood sugar rises quickly. That spike triggers your body to release insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar into your cells for energy or storage. If the spike is too high, insulin comes rushing in and sometimes it overshoots. Your blood sugar drops suddenly, and that's when you feel tired, moody, foggy, craving more food, especially sugar or caffeine. This is called a post-meal energy crash, and it can happen even with healthy food if the order and balance are off. For example, Brian's breakfast smoothie was mostly fruit and almond milk. No fiber first start, no protein, no fat. Just natural sugar up front. Gives gave him quick energy, but also a quick drop. Gives by mid-morning, he was already behind. What about protein and fat? Protein and healthy fats are slower to digest. They help stabilize your blood sugar by slowing the breakdown of carbohydrates. They also keep you full longer, reduce cravings, support your metabolism and hormones. But if they come after a carb-heavy start or if they're missing altogether, you miss out on their stabilizing benefits. That quinoa salad Brian ate for lunch, mostly carbs. Yes, it had veggies. But he didn't eat the veggies first, and it had no real protein, just a few chickpeas. Gives his blood sugar spiked and dipped again. Gives another energy crash, another craving, another coffee. Signs your meals might be draining you. Here are some subtle signs that your meals may be hurting your energy instead of helping. You feel sleepy within 30 to 60 minutes after eating. You get cravings for sweets or snacks shortly after a meal. You feel energized immediately after a meal but crash hard later. Your concentration fades in the afternoon, even if you slept well. You need caffeine to balance your energy dips. If these feel familiar, the issue may not be what you're eating, it's how your body is reacting to it. A better way, start with stability. So what helps? One of the simplest changes you can make is this. Eat fiber and protein first, carbs last. It sounds small, but it's powerful. When you eat in this order, 1. Fiber like vegetables preps your digestion and slows glucose absorption. 2. Protein and fat help regulate insulin and keep you full. 3. Carbs, when eaten at the end, are digested more slowly and steadily. This creates a flatter blood sugar curve. No wild spikes, no energy crash. And your body stays in a more stable, sustainable state. Real-life shift, Brian's energy reset. After working with a nutritionist, Brian didn't change what he ate, just how he ate his new breakfast. A small veggie omelet or scrambled tofu, a side of greens, and a piece of fruit after the meal, not before. Lunch stayed mostly the same, but he began with a light salad, added grilled chicken or salmon, and saved quinoa for the end. The result, his 10:30 a.m. crash disappeared. He didn't need an afternoon snack. He felt more clear-headed in his work. And at night, he was less hungry, so he ate lighter and slept better. His meals became a rhythm, not just a checklist of ingredients. Final thought, you don't need to overhaul your diet to have more energy. Sometimes, it's just about putting things in the right order so your body can use them well. In the next part, we'll dive into the timing of your meals, when to eat for best energy, how your body's natural rhythm works, and why eating too late or skipping meals can sabotage your vitality. Part 2. Blood sugar, energy crash, and food order. You might think of energy as something that comes from caffeine, sleep, or motivation. But in truth, much of your energy or lack of it has to do with one thing. Blood sugar, it's the fuel that runs your brain, muscles, and metabolism. And it's more sensitive than most people realize, especially when it comes to the order and timing of what you eat. In this part, we'll unpack how blood sugar affects your energy, why healthy meals can still cause crash, what science says about food sequencing, and how to eat to avoid the roller coaster effect that drains you. What is blood sugar? Really, when you eat, your body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, your body's primary fuel source. That glucose enters your bloodstream. Then, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin, which acts like a key. It opens up your cells to let the glucose in so it can be burned as energy or stored for later. Ideally, this process is smooth. Blood sugar rises a little after meals, insulin responds, glucose is absorbed, and everything settles. But that's not what usually happens in real life. What a blood sugar spike looks like. Let's say you eat a bowl of fruit first thing in the morning. No fiber, no protein, no fat, just natural sugars, fructose, and glucose. What happens? Blood sugar rises quickly. Your pancreas releases a big wave of insulin. Glucose is absorbed fast, but insulin may overshoot. Blood sugar drops below baseline. Gives, and now you feel shaky, tired. Craving more sugar, mentally foggy. Maybe even a little anxious. This is the classic sugar crash. And it can happen even from healthy food, like fruit, granola, rice, or smoothies, especially when eaten first or alone. The energy roller coaster. This spike and crash cycle doesn't just mess with your energy. It trains your body to rely on fast fuel and dulls your ability to feel steady and sustained. It creates mid-morning crashes, afternoon slumps, evening overeating, nighttime wake-ups from low blood sugar, caffeine dependency just to feel normal. If you've ever felt sleepy right after lunch, like you need a snack at 3 p.m., craving something sweet after dinner, then your energy isn't broken, your blood sugar rhythm is out of sync. Scientific backing. What research shows? Several studies confirm the connection between blood sugar and fatigue. A 2019 study published in Nature Metabolism tracked over 1,000 participants and found that people had very different glycemic responses to the same foods. But consistently, the higher the spike in blood glucose after a meal, the more likely a person felt tired 1 to 2 hours later. A study in the journal Nutrients 2020 found that people who consumed fiber-rich vegetables before carbs had lower post-meal blood sugar, lower insulin release, and fewer reports of fatigue and bloating. Another in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2015 discovered that eating protein and fiber first, carbs last resulted in a 29% lower glucose spike, 40% reduction in insulin response, and more stable energy over 3 hours post-meal. That's huge, and it shows how order matters just as much as ingredients. Why even healthy meals can drain you. Let's look at lunch examples. Lunch out of order. Starts with bread or fruit, pasta with tomato sauce. Small side of vegetables, gives result. Glucose floods the system, insulin rushes in. Energy drops within 1 to 2 hours, you feel sleepy, need coffee or a snack. Lunch be smart order. Starts with a salad or veggie soup, grilled chicken or tofu. A bit of rice or sweet potato at the end. Gives result, slower glucose release, more balanced insulin response. Energy stays steady, no crash, no cravings. Same calories, same ingredients, different order, different outcome. Symptoms of a blood sugar crash even with clean eating. Yawning or fatigue within 1 to 2 hours of eating. Trouble concentrating, irritability or anxiety out of nowhere. Strong desire for sugar, caffeine, or more food. Feeling like meals never last you long enough. If this is your norm, it's time to shift how you structure your meals. The power of food order, eating in the right order slows glucose absorption and supports insulin efficiency. The optimal sequence looks like this. 1. Fiber-first vegetables, greens, legumes. 2. Protein and healthy fat. 2. Eggs, tofu, fish, avocado. 3. Carbohydrates. Last rice, fruit, grains, potatoes. This simple shift lowers your post-meal blood sugar spike, reduces insulin overreaction, keeps your energy more stable for hours, minimizes crashes, cravings, and fatigue. And the best part, it works without changing your actual food, just the order. Real Life Reset. Laura's case. Laura, 36, is a graphic designer. She eats organic, doesn't drink soda, and starts her day with smoothies or oatmeal. But by noon, she's dragging, her mind is foggy. She needs something sweet after lunch just to focus. And by evening, she's starving and ends up overeating. After learning about food order, she changed just 3 things. Added a handful of sautéed spinach before breakfast, switched the fruit to after her eggs. Saved starchy foods for the end of lunch and dinner. Within a week, her morning energy improved. No more 2 p.m. crash, cravings disappeared. And she slept better at night. She didn't diet, she didn't restrict, she just realigned. Bonus tip, the 10-minute meal anchor. Before any meal, try this mini sequence. 1. Eat a few bites of veggies or drink a light broth. 2. Pause for 5 to 10 minutes. 3. Then continue with the main course. This gives your body time to prepare stimulating enzymes, acid, and satiety hormones before you flood the system with fast-digesting carbs. It also activates the cephalic phase of digestion, where your brain signals the stomach to get ready, boosting nutrient absorption and energy efficiency. Final thought, gentle rhythm, greater energy. Your body isn't asking for more effort, it's asking for better rhythm. When you give it that by eating in a sequence that supports your hormones and blood sugar, you don't just avoid fatigue. You unlock clarity, consistency, calm. No more chasing energy, no more guilt over meals. Just steady power that comes from working with your biology, not against it. Part 3. Meal timing, syncing with your body clock. You've probably heard the phrase timing is everything. But what if that applied not just to your calendar or career, but to your meals? The truth is, when you eat matters almost as much as what you eat. And syncing your meals with your body's natural rhythm, your circadian rhythm, can be the missing key to unlocking consistent, natural energy throughout the day. What is the circadian rhythm? Your circadian rhythm is your body's internal clock. It runs on a roughly 24-hour cycle and influences when you feel alert or sleepy, when hormones like insulin and cortisol are released, when digestion is most active. Even when your gut bacteria are most responsive, this rhythm is regulated by light exposure, sunrise and sunset, sleep-wake cycle, meal timing, and content. Your body is designed to do certain things at certain times. And when you align your meals with this rhythm, your energy becomes more steady, digestion improves, and you feel more in sync overall. The morning, time to fuel gently. When you wake up, your body naturally releases cortisol, the get-up-and-go hormone that helps increase blood sugar and energy. But your digestive system is still warming up. Stomach acid is low, enzymes are just kicking in. This means a light, balanced breakfast works best. Focus on fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Avoid starting with sugars or high-carb foods alone. Why this matters? If you eat refined carbs like cereal, toast, or fruit smoothies first thing, cortisol plus sugar equals big blood sugar spike, gives insulin surge, gives energy crash by mid-morning. Better idea, veggie omelet plus avocado, Greek yogurt with seeds and cinnamon, or soup with lentils and greens. Even a 12-hour overnight fast, for example, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., and help reset your body for smoother digestion and better morning energy. Midday, the golden window for metabolism. Your body's ability to digest, absorb, and use food peaks around midday, 11 a.m. to p.m. This is when insulin sensitivity is at its best. Gut motility is strongest. You're naturally more active and alert. That means lunch should be your most substantial meal of the day. Supporting study. A 2013 study published in Obesity found that participants who ate a larger lunch and smaller dinner lost significantly more weight and had better blood sugar control than those who ate the same calories reversed. More importantly, those who ate larger lunches reported more stable energy and less hunger throughout the afternoon. Ideal lunch structure. Start with a small salad or cooked veggies. Add protein, fish, tofu, eggs, legumes. Finish with a modest portion of carbs, quinoa, brown rice, roasted sweet potato. It's not about eating more, it's about eating more when your body can use it best. Afternoon, stabilize and lighten. This is the time of day when energy naturally dips, especially if lunch was too small or high carb. Cortisol begins to decline, digestion slows slightly. The body begins preparing for rest. This is not the ideal time for large or sugar-heavy snacks. Instead, if you're hungry, opt for a small snack that includes protein and fat, for example, nuts, a boiled egg, hummus with cucumber, or a low-sugar option like roasted chickpeas or edamame. This helps prevent the 3 p.m. need a nap feeling without spiking your blood sugar again. Evening, respect the wind down. By evening, melatonin begins to rise. Your body prepares for rest, not digestion. Late, heavy dinners, especially those high in carbs or eaten quickly, can delay melatonin release, disrupt deep sleep, because morning grogginess increase overnight blood sugar swings. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that eating late after 8 p.m. was associated with higher glucose levels overnight, less fat burning during sleep, poorer sleep quality. Best practice: finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Keep meals lighter in the evening. Focus on vegetables plus protein with minimal carbs. Eat slowly and mindfully. This is a time to wind down. Examples: grilled veggies with lentils, miso soup with tofu and greens, baked salmon with zucchini. The mistake most people make: most people eat a tiny breakfast, a rushed lunch, a heavy, late dinner. It's completely upside down compared to how our biology is designed. Result: you feel wired at night, struggle to wake up, need caffeine to function, crave sugar and quick fixes all day. By simply reversing that structure, you align your meals with your body's energy curve. A real-life example: Alan's story. Alan, 41, was constantly tired in the morning, had energy crashes by 3 p.m., and couldn't fall asleep before midnight. He ate most of his calories at dinner. His breakfast was coffee and a banana. Lunch was often skipped or light. After learning about meal timing, he shifted: a real breakfast by 8 a.m., a solid lunch at 12:30 p.m., a lighter dinner by 7 p.m., no snacks or food after 8 p.m. Within 2 weeks, he woke up clearer, had consistent energy throughout the day, slept more deeply, and naturally reduced his caffeine intake. The food didn't change, just the timing did. Gentle guidelines for meal timing: wake time plus 1 hour gives eat breakfast. Midday 11 a.m. to p.m. gives main meal. Afternoon 3 to 4 p.m. gives optional light snack if needed. Dinner 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. gives late, nourishing, not rushed. 2 to 3 hours before bed gives stop eating. This rhythm supports your circadian clock, insulin curve, and cortisol cycle. Final thought: eat with the sun, sleep with the moon. Your body isn't just a machine, it's a rhythm. When you eat in harmony with light, time, and internal cues, you stop fighting fatigue and start flowing with energy. Try making lunch your new dinner. Let breakfast set the tone. Let dinner help you rest. Let your plate match the day and your body will follow. Part 4: building energy-boosting plates, order plus examples. By now, we've explored how food order affects blood sugar and how meal timing can work with your body's natural rhythm. But how do you put all of that into a real-life plate? In this part, we'll build practical, energy-supporting meals for every part of the day using simple ingredients, thoughtful order, and nutrient balance. Because food isn't just fuel, it's a signal, a rhythm. A way to help your body feel stable, focused, and alive. First, a simple framework: the 3-to-1 plate. We like to keep it simple. Think of each energy-boosting meal as a balance of 3 parts fiber plus color non-starchy vegetables, 2 parts protein and healthy fat, 1 part slow carbs whole grains, legumes, roots, and follow this order of eating. Veggies: fiber gives protein and fat gives carbs. This slows glucose absorption, activates digestion, and keeps you feeling full and energized, not sluggish. Let's apply this to a full day. Breakfast: grounding the start of the day. Common mistake: people often reach for carbs first: toast, fruit, oatmeal, or smoothies. Even if those foods are healthy, they can spike blood sugar too early and set up a crash by mid-morning. Energy-boosting breakfast example: scrambled eggs with spinach and mushrooms, 1/4 avocado with olive oil, a small piece of roasted sweet potato or leftover quinoa, warm lemon water or herbal tea. Order to eat: 1. Eat the spinach plus mushrooms first. 2. Follow with eggs and avocado. 3. End with the sweet potato. Why it works: vegetables wake up your digestion and provide fiber. Eggs plus avocado equals protein plus fat equals long-lasting fuel. Carbs come last, keeping blood sugar stable and avoiding an early energy dip. Bonus tip, if you're short on time, try a veggie-based soup or miso broth to open the meal gently. Lunch, the power meal midday focus. Your metabolism is strongest around noon, so this is the best time to have your most satisfying and energizing meal. Energy-boosting lunch example. Arugula and fennel salad with lemon and olive oil, grilled salmon or baked tofu. 1/2 cup cooked brown rice or roasted carrots. Side of fermented veggies like kimchi or sauerkraut optional. Order to eat. 1. Start with the salad. 2. Then the salmon, tofu. 3. Rice or roasted carrots come last. Why it works. Bitter greens stimulate bile flow and digestion. Protein provides amino acids for focus and satiety. Carbs help sustain energy through the afternoon without causing a crash. Research note, studies show that consuming vinegar or lemon juice with leafy greens before a starch-rich meal reduces post-meal glucose spikes by 20 to 30%. Afternoon, optional light snack only if needed. By mid-afternoon, your cortisol is naturally dipping. If you had a strong lunch, you may not need a snack. But if you do, choose something with protein plus fat, not sugar or refined carbs. Smart snack ideas: a boiled egg with sea salt, a small handful of almonds or walnuts, roasted chickpeas, slices of cucumber with hummus or avocado spread. Avoid granola bars, crackers or pretzels, sugary drinks. Fruit alone without fat or fiber, these spike blood sugar, then drop it, leaving you more tired than before. Dinner, light, restorative, and soothing. By evening, your body starts slowing down. Digestion becomes less efficient, and melatonin, your sleep hormone, begins to rise. Energy-supportive dinner example. Warm vegetable soup with lentils or white beans, steamed broccoli with olive oil. A small piece of baked fish or tempeh optional. If hungry, a small piece of roasted pumpkin or butternut squash. Order to eat. 1. Start with the broth-based soup. 2. Move on to the steamed veggies. 3. Finish with the protein and, if needed, a bit of carb. Why it works: the warmth of the soup signals rest and digestion. Vegetables help slow everything down. Protein helps repair tissues overnight. No large carb load equals no overnight glucose spike. Study highlight: research in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that eating heavy, carb-rich meals close to bedtime reduces REM sleep and increases nighttime awakenings. Pro tips for plate success: cook once, eat twice. Make extra roasted vegetables or quinoa at dinner to use for breakfast or lunch the next day. Batch prep veggies. Having greens, herbs, or fermented veggies ready makes it easier to start each meal with fiber. Trust your body, not just the clock. If you're not hungry, don't force food. But if you're tired between meals, review what and in what order you last ate. Use a side bowl for carbs. This simple trick helps you naturally eat them last and in more mindful amounts. Final thought: your plate is a compass. Every meal you eat is a chance to recalibrate. Not just what goes into your body, but how it moves through you. When you build your meals with fiber, protein, healthy fat, and thoughtful carbs in the right order and at the right time, you send your body the message: we're safe, we're nourished, we can relax, and we have energy to do what matters. And that's what true vitality feels like. Part 5, Summary and Gimu Episode 9E to support mental focus. By now, you've seen how the order and timing of your meals can deeply influence your energy. And the best part, it's not about restriction or perfection. It's about rhythm, intention, awareness. It's about giving your body what it needs when it's ready to use it best. In this episode, we explored how to move from random, reactive eating to strategic, supportive nourishment. Let's recap what we've learned together. Blood sugar isn't just a number, it's the language of your energy. Gives: eat fiber and protein first, save carbs for last. The timing of your meals should follow your body's natural rhythm. Gives: big lunch, light dinner, let your energy match the sun. Energy boosting meals are simple to build. Start with fiber-rich veggies, anchor with protein and fat, add a small portion of slow carbs, in that order. A balanced plate isn't just about nutrition. It's about reducing inflammation, calming cravings, and helping your body feel safe enough to thrive. You don't need more hacks or quick fixes. You need something more powerful: consistency. Small shifts, gentle adjustments, meals that work with you, not against you. Because when your meals are in rhythm with your biology, energy isn't something you chase. It becomes something you can count on. Coming up next, episode 9, Eat to Support Mental Focus. Have you ever felt foggy or distracted after eating? Like your brain shuts down in the afternoon? Or that no matter how healthy your diet is, you still struggle to concentrate? In episode 9, we'll explore how food affects the brain. Not just your energy, but your clarity, creativity, and focus. You'll learn how neurotransmitters are shaped by your meals, which foods sharpen mental performance, and which ones slow you down. Simple food order strategies that support a calm, alert mind all day long. It's not just about eating for the body anymore. It's time to eat for the brain. Final thought: your energy is precious. It fuels your work, your relationships, your purpose. And now you have the tools to protect it. One plate at a time, one small choice at a time. Eat with rhythm, eat with care, and trust your body is always listening.